Robert John Arthur Halford, born on August 25, 1951, is an English singer and songwriter, known as the lead vocalist of the heavy metal band Judas Priest, formed in 1969. Halford and his band have received awards such as the 2010 Grammy Award for Best Metal Performance. He has also been involved in several side projects, including Fight, 2, and Halford. Halford is often regarded as one of the greatest metal vocalists of all time. AllMusic describes him as one of heavy metal's all-time great vocalists, possessing a voice that is instantly recognizable and influential, effortlessly shifting between gravelly growls and ear-piercing falsetto. In 2009, Planet Rock listeners ranked him number 33 on the list of the greatest voices in rock music. He also has a powerful voice and a wide vocal range, known for his high screams and strong vibrato. Alongside Ronnie James Dio and Bruce Dickinson, he pioneered the operatic vocal style later adopted by power metal vocalists. Halford frequently appears on lists of the greatest metal vocalists of all time. In 2023, Rolling Stone placed him at number 129 in their list of the 200 greatest singers of all time. Halford was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Judas Priest in 2022 through the Award for Musical Excellence. Halford was introduced to bassist and co-founder of Judas Priest, Ian Hill, by his sister Sue, who was dating Hill at the time. While working as a manager at a men's clothing store, Halford joined Judas Priest as a singer, bringing drummer John Hinch from his previous band, Hiroshima. They first performed together with Judas Priest in May 1973 at the Townhouse in Wellington, Shropshire. Recordings from this early performance were largely released in 2019 as part of the compilation, Downer Rock Asylum, by the Archive audio label. At the final performance of the Painkiller Tour in August 1991 in Toronto, Halford rode onto the stage on a large Harley-Davidson motorcycle, dressed in leather attire, as part of the show. However, there was an issue with the stage, and he collided with a half-lifted drum riser, causing him to fall and break his nose. Halford briefly lost consciousness while the band played the first song. Upon regaining consciousness, he continued and finished the performance. Halford wanted to start a solo project and sought approval from band members. However, a studio executive insisted he formally resign from Judas Priest to pursue it, so Halford wrote a statement expressing his interest in a solo project. The letter leaked and was taken out of context, making it appear as though he was leaving the band. Due to personal conflicts, he couldn't immediately clarify the situation, and it took more than 10 years before he reconnected and rejoined the band. Shortly after leaving Judas Priest, Halford formed the band Fight with drummer Scott Travis, bassist J.J. Brown, and guitarists Brian Tilse and Russ Parrish. Their first album, War of Words, was released in 1993, followed by the EP Mutations in 1994, which featured live tracks and remixes. They toured in support of both releases. Their second album, A Small Deadly Space, was released in 1995, accompanied by further touring. While War of Words was a straightforward metal record, A Small Deadly Space had a more grunge sound, which was less appealing to some fans. As they prepared to work on their third album, the band disbanded and ended their contract with Epic Records. A brief reunion with some original members occurred on December 20, 1997, for one show before disbanding again. In 1997, Halford collaborated with guitarist John Lowery to form an industrial band named 2. They released their only album, Voyeurs, in 1998. The album was produced by Dave Ogilvy and released under Trent Reznor's Nothing Records label. In 1999, Halford returned to his metal roots and formed a solo band. The album, Resurrection, was released in 2000 and received critical acclaim. The band embarked on a tour with Iron Maiden and Queensryche to support the album. A live album titled Live Insurrection was released in 2001, followed by the second album, Crucible, in 2002. In July 2003, Halford returned to Judas Priest and began touring in 2004 to celebrate his comeback. The band released Angel of Retribution in 2005, followed by a world tour marking their 30th anniversary. In 2011, Judas Priest embarked on the Epitaph World Tour, touted as their final tour. Halford announced he would continue with his solo band after this tour. Despite the farewell tour announcement in 2011, Halford and Judas Priest, excluding K.K. Downing, who had left the group before the Epitaph tour, recorded the album Redeemer of Souls, released in 2014, and supported it with concert tours. In 2017, Judas Priest began working on another studio album with Halford. The album, Firepower, was released on March 9, 2018. In 1998, Halford openly revealed that he is gay through an interview on MTV. At the time, he expressed his feelings with emotion, stating that the moment was a liberation for him after years of being repressed. Halford admitted that his decision to come out was unplanned and occurred when he was asked by a studio producer during the promotion of the album Voyeurs, which he created with guitarist John Five. Despite feeling relieved after revealing the truth about himself, Halford acknowledged that he was concerned about losing his fan base due to this disclosure. He described the past, especially the 1970s and 1980s, as a very difficult period, although it did not affect his contributions to the music world. Halford has revealed that he has been a huge fan of Queen since the early days of their career and often watched their performances. He considers Freddie Mercury, the late lead vocalist of the band, as his main hero and regrets never having had the chance to personally know him. Robert John Arthur Halford has been considered the metal god by his fans. His influence in heavy metal extends beyond his extraordinary vocal talent to his iconic appearance in leather attire and strong stage presence, creating an image that has become symbolic in the world of metal music. The awards and recognition he has received reflect his profound impact on the music industry, making him a central figure in global metal history and culture.